Drake and Kendrick Lamar did not start as rivals. In the beginning, they respected each other, worked together, and felt excited about each other's success. Their connection seemed natural, almost like two young stars rising side by side. But as time passed, small moments began to shift the energy between them. A line in a song here, a tiny comment there, and suddenly the friendly tone didn't feel the same anymore. What once felt warm slowly turned colder. Drake kept showing support, while Kendrick moved further away and focused on his own lane. The distance grew, and their music started carrying messages that were easy to miss unless you paid attention. This story doesn't begin with loud drama. It begins quietly, with tiny signs that only make sense when you look back. And once the full timeline is clear, the change between them becomes impossible to ignore. From friends to friction. In the early 2000s, Drake was already a major name, while Kendrick Lamar was rising fast, but still new to the mainstream world. Instead of treating Kendrick like competition, Drake welcomed him in. He invited him to Toronto, praised his talent, and even gave him space on important projects. At that time, everything between them felt natural. Drake saw Kendrick as someone with huge potential, and Kendrick appreciated the support he was getting. But quietly, their differences started showing. Drake enjoyed the spotlight, the fame, and the big moments that came with success. Kendrick cared more about the message, the art, and the pressure that came with attention. These differences didn't start any problems right away, but they created a small gap between them. Even while working together, you could feel each artist moving toward a different path. They were rising at the same time, just not rising in the same direction. Moment that shifted everything. Everything changed in 2013 when Kendrick Lamar dropped his famous verse on Big Sean's song Control. The verse wasn't a direct attack, but it shook the whole industry because Kendrick called out almost every major rapper by name, including Drake. He wasn't insulting anyone. He was showing how serious he was about being the best. Most artists took it as friendly competition, but Drake didn't feel the same way. To Drake, the energy felt different. He saw Kendrick in person shortly after, and the friendly attitude didn't match the aggressive tone of the verse. This made Drake question whether the moment was real or just for attention. From that point on, something between them shifted. Fans and media added even more pressure by comparing their careers non-stop. The two artists were now tied together, even if they didn't want to be, and the quiet tension between them started to grow. Quiet shots begin. After the Control moment, both artists kept their distance in public, but their music started carrying quiet messages. Drake began dropping lines that many fans believed were aimed at Kendrick. He never said Kendrick's name, but the tone was clear. It was confident, a little sharp, and full of small reminders of his own success. Kendrick noticed, and he answered in his own way, also through music, but never directly. Instead of open conflict, the two created a silent back and forth.
I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he act tough.
Each new song from either artist came with lines listeners tried to decode. Even interviews added tension, as comments from both sides felt colder and less friendly over time. Fans and blogs loved the mystery. They picked apart every lyric and treated every small moment as another clue. And without a single direct call-out, a new phase of the rivalry had started. One built on hints, pride, and quiet competitive fire. New shift in power. The tension grew even stronger in 2015, when Meek Mill accused Drake of using a ghostwriter. The internet exploded, and the story spread fast. Kendrick had already hinted about this topic in his music months earlier, which made fans look at his lyrics again during the scandal. For Drake, it was a tough moment, but he answered quickly with Back to Back, a song that brought back his confidence and showed how strong he could be when challenged. During this time, Kendrick stayed quiet in public, but his music became sharper. He still didn't mention Drake by name, yet the timing and tone made people think he was paying close attention. The ghostwriting drama changed how fans viewed both artists. Drake became known as the hitmaker who could respond fast, while Kendrick became the writer who cared deeply about skill and authenticity. This moment pushed their rivalry into a new phase. Two paths, one cold distance. After the ghostwriting drama, the tension between Drake and Kendrick stayed alive, even when neither of them spoke about it directly. Kendrick's career reached new heights with major awards and strong praise for his albums. He became known as a rapper who focused on meaning, honesty, and skill, and many people saw him as a leader in the art of hip-hop. Drake, meanwhile, kept breaking records with huge hits and massive streaming numbers. He stayed at the top of the charts and remained one of the biggest names in pop culture. Even with all their success, their interactions felt colder. Small comments in interviews and simple looks added to the feeling that something was not right.
Hey Kendrick, wanna play speed golf at 5:30?
What you talking about, boy? 5:30 in the motherfucking morning.
So what?
No.
Fans waited for the moment they would talk openly about each other, but it never came. Instead, both artists grew in different ways. One focused on impact, the other on reach, and the distance between them slowly grew. New wave of tension. A new chapter began around 2017. Kendrick returned with stronger energy, and his music carried sharper lines that many believed were aimed at Drake. Songs like Humble and other tracks showed a tone that felt bold, confident, and ready to stand alone. Fans noticed the shift right away. Kendrick sounded like someone who no longer felt the need to hold back. Drake answered in his own style. His music during this time included lines that listeners connected to Kendrick, even if Drake never confirmed anything. The back and forth stayed silent, but the meaning behind their lyrics felt clearer than before. Every new release sparked debates online, and fans treated each lyric like another clue. As the years went on, both rappers grew even bigger, but their distance grew too. They no longer felt like young artists on the same path. They were now two separate giants, shaping different eras while their quiet rivalry remained alive. The divide that never closed. By the later 2000s, it became clear that Drake and Kendrick were no longer just two successful rappers. They had grown into leaders of completely different worlds. Drake ruled the charts with non-stop hits, while Kendrick shaped conversations with deeper messages and personal themes. Their goals, their audiences, and even their styles no longer matched. Because of this, the distance between them kept growing. Kendrick rarely spoke about Drake, and when he did talk about the industry, his tone showed a clear separation from everything Drake represented. Drake, meanwhile, continued to give small comments that sounded friendly on the surface, but still carried a touch of frustration underneath. Their story became bigger than simple competition. It turned into a long, quiet divide, built on different values and different ideas of success. And by this point, a friendly reunion didn't feel possible anymore. The gap between them had become part of their history. Thanks for watching, and if you want more clear and simple breakdowns of celebrity drama, hit the like button and subscribe to Tea with Timelines.